shopping. I'm shopping. Hello humans, hope you're all well. It's Tuesday the 13th of April, I think. Lockdown restrictions have been lifted, non-essential shopping is open, travel is allowed, various other things, boozing outside pubs, which I notice has been quite popular. But I thought today I would take a trip into Cardiff, see what's going on in the shops. I saw a few YouTubers yesterday posting interesting things from the likes of HMV, so I thought I'd come down, do a little scout round, see what's happening, see what's out and about in the big city of Cardiff. Now I live about 20 miles from Cardiff, don't come down, I certainly haven't come down very often during the pandemic because everything was shut. I think I've only been down twice in about the last 6 to 9 months. But motored down today, a bit of a drab and overcast day, so I thought I'd come out and do a bit of retail therapy with genre stuff and physical media stuff. I didn't take any footage in the shops I went into because I'm on the verge of changing my phone, so I don't know if I'll still have this phone by the time I get home, so you may never see this. But I did pick up a few bits and pieces during the course of the day, including very delicious and tasty toasted cheese and ham toasty, which I've just devoured, and coffee. The first thing I picked up in a charity shop just outside Cardiff was this little box set. The first 3 series of the hugely popular BBC police corruption drama Line of Duty that's currently airing its 6th series on BBC One. It's really finding its feet at the moment and kicking things up a notch. This is the first 3 series. Excellent stuff. It was £2 in a charity shop, so I'll either keep that or I'll pass it on an internet auction site or other. Some of the bits and pieces that I did pick up some physical media in a few different places. I went to CEX in Cardiff because yesterday in my local CEX I traded in some bits and pieces and got myself a voucher for about 14-15 quid. Bigger selection in Cardiff's store, but I'm looking particularly for 4K discs at the moment, 4K Marvel discs in particular, because I want to get the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe on 4K. But unlike most of the CEXs I go to, they don't have a separate section for 4K, so they're all mixed up with the Blu Rays, and to be honest, I couldn't really be bothered, so I didn't get anything in there. But I did pick up a few items in Poundland, of all places. Oh, £2 Poundland, as it's actually called. Their Blu Rays are £2 each, and I picked up a couple just out of interest, really, just for the collection's sake. First one is Tom Cruise's not very good version of The Mummy, which came out, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. It's not a great film, but I do like a bit of Cruise action. It's very much a Tom Cruise action movie rather than a horror movie. If you've seen it, you'll probably know. But for £2, I thought, well, it's one of those things you can watch. It's not a great film, but it's watchable. I also picked this up, The Great Wall. This is Matt Damon, that bizarre film that came out again about 4 years ago. A Great Wall tells the story of an elite force making a violent stand for humanity on the world's most iconic structure. This has got these strange sort of wormy type creatures that are attacking the Great Wall of China. I've never actually seen it. I heard it wasn't very good. It didn't do very well at the box office, but it looks a bit nuts. So it's something I might bung on one evening. And I also picked up, I'm not sure if I got this because I've got several Bonds on Blu-ray, Thunderball, which is the 2nd or 3rd Bond film with Sean Connery. Not one of my favourites because it's sort of a lot of underwater stuff going on in it, but it's classic Bond, and with Bond being increasingly emasculated in the modern movie world, I thought it'd be nice to remind myself of his macho roots. As I say, I'm not sure if I've got this. I've got several of the Bonds on Blu-ray, but they've had quite a few of them in various Poundlands, so I thought there'd be no harm in picking that up. Then I wandered into HMV, where they have a little bit of a sale on at the moment. And I picked up a few bits and bobs in there. I'm glad to say that I managed to get some of the ones which I saw a couple of other YouTubers got yesterday. I was a bit miffed that they didn't seem to have them, but I got them in the end. I got this classic. This is one of the great classic films, of course. It's Jaws. 4K disc, $9.99. Can't go wrong with that. I've been meaning to get it for a while. It's I think it's online for about 20 quid on Amazon, and it was there for $9.99. I've got it on Blu Ray. Of course, I've had it on DVD, I've had it on VHS, I've had it in every possible format, but in 4K for $9.99, it is one of the great movies of all time, and it was a must pick up. This is a film which I think is very underrated. I haven't seen it for years. I don't know how it stands up now, but this is the new 2-disc ultimate sort of edition of Kevin Costner's much maligned and much troubled Waterworld, which I remember seeing this in the cinema when it came out, and this was way back in 1995, I think it was, 95, 96, 95. I really enjoyed it at the cinema. Spectacular, quite silly, and it wasn't the box office bomb that everybody thought it was going to be. Of course, it was much more, and there were all sorts of problems in the making of the film, but it's only ever been available before in a fairly boring vanilla DVD or Blu-ray release. This one's in a 2-disc special edition. 2 cuts of the film on disc 1. Disc 2's got the theatrical cut, archive featurette about the film's production, and global warming's film critic Glenn Kenny explores the subgenre of ecologically themed end-of-the-world films. And there's also a missed out Maelstrom, the Odyssey of Waterworld, and an all-new feature-length making of documentary, including extensive cast and crew interviews and behind-the-scenes footage. So that's the one I'm interested in seeing, because I think that's hopefully going to be the sort of warts and all look at the making of Waterworld. And the final physical media pickup today, again from HMV, is RoboCop. The original, best, only RoboCop, to be quite honest, from 1986. Again, I haven't seen this one for years. This is a very nice chunky set that came out from Arrow fairly recently. It's got the discs, it's got a book, various other bits and pieces. Originally priced at about 30 quid, $14.99 today, and I thought, well, that was a decent pickup. This is, again, a 2-disc set, which has got commentaries behind this. It's just acres and acres of stuff. And as I say, it's one I haven't seen for a while, so I will probably watch this again quite soon, because it's one of those genre classics. That's the only physical media I picked up today. It's not bad little selection. There is in Cardiff a shop called the Film and Television Store, I think it's called, which sells merchandise and all sorts of stuff to do with films and TV, prints, t-shirts, games, all sorts of trivia and ephemera, loads of Doctor Who stuff. And I was quite pleased to pick up from there some of the Eagle Moss figures. Now, I've got all the Eagle Moss figures. I subscribe to the Eagle Moss collection, but occasionally I sort of, not exactly army build, because that sounds a bit sad, but some of the figures are really nice, and I like to have more than one of them. This one, however, I was very pleased to get. This is the original Yeti from Patrick Troughton's Abominable Snowman serial in 1967. Now, I've got this, obviously. I had this on prescription, but a few weeks ago, accidentally knocked it on the floor, and a couple of little white pory things came off. I managed to save a couple of them, and they're on my desk by my computer at home, and I'm thinking I must glue those back on at some point. It's a bit fiddly. I haven't got around to it. So when I saw this for $14.99, you can't actually get it from the Eagle Moss online store anymore. So I thought, while it saves me faffing about, I'll put this one up. I'll see if I can fix that one, and then I'll have 2 Yetis. Every boy's dream. But for $14.99, I thought, yeah, I'll get myself that one there. I also got myself one of my favourite Cyberman designs. This is from the 1968 Patrick Troughton serial, The Invasion. This was $6.99. If you go on the Eagle Moss store, they have $7.99, $8.99. So we're quite lucky to have this store in Cardiff. They've got rows and rows of them. Loads of the figures, loads of Daleks. So if you're in Cardiff or in the South Wales area, pop down to the Film and Television Store. It's in St David's Arcade, the original St David's Arcade, and they've got loads and loads of these things, so you can army build if you want to. But I like this classic sort of Cyberman 60s design. I think this is the one that, for me, best encapsulates the idea of the Cybermen, is these not exactly robotic creatures, but these humanoid creatures sealed inside these armor-plated suits. And I think that's a terrifying idea, which I think has been lost a bit in the more recent series. So I was quite pleased to get that for $6.99. And also because a boy can never have too many Daleks, I picked up, for $9.99, another one of the Dead Planet original Daleks from the 1963 original Doctor Who serial, The Daleks. Yeah, I've got several of these. I mean, I just think it's a great... I love the modern tank designs, the bronze Daleks, but I think these are the originals, the iconic ones. I've got the two of the mega figures that they do, which I managed to pick up on online sales. I've got a couple of the character options ones, and I've got several of these, 3 or 4 of these. I just think they're a lovely... You know, you look at this and you see the real genius of Raymond Cusick, who designed the Daleks, and what a brilliant design it is, and was and is. The Dalek hasn't really changed much over the years, and the only time they did try to change it, of course, they did those dreadful Paradigm Daleks that nobody had much time for. This is the classic Dalek design, and it just looks sleek, and it looks efficient, and it looks like a travel machine, which is what it's supposed to be. So yeah, I couldn't resist picking that one up, and that, I think, is it for my purchases today. So I came out this morning with a brand new credit card, and I was going to give it a good old blitz. I was actually going to buy some clothes and a couple of things for the summer, but my knees aren't what they were, so after a couple of hours of trudging around the streets, I thought it would come time to head back. I'm looking to get a new phone on the way home this afternoon as well, so the afternoon's entertainment isn't over. But that's what I've bought today, my physical media haul, such as it is, and bits and pieces. If you bought anything in the sales since the shops have been open, why not let me know? Put a comment down below, and also, while you're at it, subscribe to this channel. Keep it alive. As I keep mentioning in all my videos now, I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. By the time I get to 50 posts, I think this is my 31st post. And anybody who subscribes and leaves a comment on any of my posts, and this doesn't include any of my closest friends who have very nicely been leaving comments, thank you very much, but it's got to be sort of new subscribers. People who've just stumbled across this channel who think it's vaguely interesting. If you subscribe and leave a message between now and post 50, I'll get to post 50, I'll pick out one of these new subscribers, and you will win a prize up to the value of £50. It'll just be something random. It might be something you don't like, but it's free. So that'll be coming up if and when I get to 50 subscribers at 50 posts. So if you've watched this and you thought it was okay, subscribe, go on, leave a little comment, and when we get to 50, one of you will win a lovely, lovely prize. Can't say fairer than that. Anyway, I'm going to tool off now, finish off my coffee. That was my haul for today. Actually, it wasn't quite my haul. I did get one other thing in the charity shop. I don't quite know why, because I've had so many of these things over the years and given them back to charity shops. It's a Doctor Who archive dictionary, updated and expanded. This was 50p, so I thought, well, I can't leave that on the shelf, really. It goes up to Peter Capaldi's era, and it's one of those sort of fairly generic sort of visual dictionary things, the history of Doctor Who stuff with pictures and a few words, but for 50p, I thought, well, why not? Also on the shelf there, incidentally, was a copy of Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' Watchmen, the classic comic book edition, which I had years ago and sold stupidly, and I thought, oh, I'll have me that, but it was in such a bad state, it was really, it was a bit torn. Dubious stains all over it, so I thought, no, I think I'll leave that one. Some of the pages were sort of stuck together, so I didn't get too close, but that was there for 50p as well. So yeah, I do like haunting the charity shops. You do pick up odds and sods there. So anyway, that's me done for today. I'm going to tootle off home now, and as I said, like, subscribe, leave a comment with a chance to win something when I get to 50 posts. And when I get to 50 posts is when I decide on the future of this channel, whether it's worth carrying on if nobody's watching much, or whether to press on. Anyway, that's down to you. You out there. You, and you there. Right, I'm going away now. See you soon. Bye.
A few minutes
Hello, I'm back again. I stopped on the way back home. I remembered that there was a line of charity shops in a road just off central Cardiff, which I've picked up some interesting bits and pieces in the past, and indeed I have done today. At the 10 of a shop, where there's often some eclectic mix of bits and pieces, I picked up some stuff. A couple of Blu Rays. This one, yeah, I know. The second Best Exotic Marigold Hotel with Judi Dench, Maggie Smith, Bill Nighy, Richard Gere. I know it's a bit of a soft one, but I saw the first one, quite enjoyed it. It was quite sweet. I haven't seen this one for £1. This one is a great film. I know I've got it on a format now. I don't know if I've got it on Blu-ray. I suspect I have, but again, it was only £1. It's called The Impossible. Stars Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor. It's by J.A. Bayona, and it's the true story of the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, which caused absolute devastation. A fantastic film, very hugely epic, quite distressing in places. I have a feeling I'm going to get home and find this on my shelf already, but for £1 I couldn't take a chance. Interesting pickup in the same shop, I noticed a little selection of comic books. There were a few Superman, Teen Titans, Man of Steel, but the modern sort of iteration of those comics, and I don't really get off on them. And I didn't even bother buying them to sell onwards. But I did pick up, all sold from Comic Market in Cardiff, which is quite well known, the name is on the front. But it's a selection of Doctor Who comics by IDW, who I think held the license to the Doctor Who comic strip range back in the 10th and 11th Doctor's time. So it's a selection of 1, 2, when did I get 1, 2, 3, about 8 I think. 8, 49p across the range of modern Doctor Who, with the 10th Doctor, the 9th Doctor, and there's even a classic one of the old Peter Davison comic strips. So yeah, quite a nice little collection. Again, I probably won't be keeping them. They will probably going onto eBay to find a home. But for 49p, I thought, yeah, that's not a bad little selection. A couple of books. I picked up this book, which is called Lights, Camera, Action. It's A Century of the Cinema by Tony Bilbo and John Gow. It seems to be a big old library book edition. It's a big chunky thing. Originally published, I would imagine, looking at it, back in 1995, in fact. Sorry, I'm showing you me when you need to be seeing the book. But yeah, this looks quite interesting. Let's show you a problem. This is it anyway. God, I'll edit this out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Just a nice little book to have on the shelf for sort of potentially research purposes, and just as a historical look at the world of cinema. And the other book I picked up, which is probably destined for eBay, it's called Titans, featuring X-Men, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Silver Surfer, the Hulk. It's the heroic visions of Boris Vallejo, the classic comic book artist, and Julie Bell, published by Paper Tiger Books. Really big hardback, full colour book, full of actually very striking illustrations of the likes of Captain America. It's got lots of ladies with not many clothes on. Boris Vallejo, I think, was the Lizard. Nice paintings. Boris Vallejo was quite. That's a lovely picture of Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus. Boris Vallejo, I think, was quite notorious, or is, I don't know if he's still around, notorious for those sort of striking images of scantily clad warrior women. Very nice too. So that one was $1.99, I think, so I may well keep that. It may well go on the auction site, you never know. So it's a few extra pickups from a local charity shop. I don't know if there's any more that are going to be open this time of day, so I will tootle off now. And this is hopefully a final farewell for today.